Hello everybody, I'm going to teach you a little bit of factoring just in case you forgot it and just in case you have a ninth grader like me. Okay, so you can help them with your math, with their math. 3x squared plus 10x plus 8. Okay, how the heck do you do that? Well, first of all, look at all of this and look and see if you have anything that can be reduced. Like, for example, can I take a 3 and divide this by 3, divide that by 3, divide that by 3? No. A 2? No. There's no common denominator here. And it has to be common with everybody or you can't do anything. So in this case, we're going to have to just go like this. Put your parentheses in like that. And put a 3x right there. Put an x right there. That way, when they multiply together, you get 3x squared. Now look at the numbers, the factors of 8. What times what equals 8? Well, 1 times 8 equals 8, but that's probably not going to work. 2 times 4 equals 8. That will most likely work. 2 times 4, because you have to think of numbers that when you multiply them together, they have to equal that, and when you add them together, they have to equal the middle number. Okay, 2 times 4 is 8, but 2 plus 4 is not 10. But there's something that messes up this whole equation, and it's that 3. So we don't know exactly what's going on, but most likely we're going to have to use those numbers. So let's just put them in. Let's put a 2 and a 4 right there. I imagine that these are going to be positive because everything is positive up here. So let's just make it positive. That'll be our assumption. And we're going to distribute 3x times x is 3x squared. Okay, and then 3x times 4 is plus 12x. And then 2 times x is 2x plus 2x. And then 2 times 4 is plus 8. And you can see that this is not going to work because 12 plus 2 is 14. It has to equal that right there. Okay, so that didn't work, but that's okay. Let's go like this really fast. Okay, go like that, like that, like that. Let me erase this really fast. Okay, this is good for your brain. Okay, all right, let's do this again. This time, let's simply swap the numbers. Let's put the 4 there, and let's put the 2 there. We know that 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, so let's distribute 3x squared, and then 3 times 2, you have to take it over there, plus 6x, and then do the bottom, plus 4x, sorry. Okay, and then take your 4 and run it over to there. 4 times 2 plus 8, like that. Now, you can see that you have 3x squared. Add those together, plus 10x plus 8. Okay, that is that. 3x squared plus 10x plus 8, done. So that means for sure, you just factor this, and that is your answer. So let's write it right here, 3x plus 4 and x plus 2. Okay, that is your answer. And then we can actually verify right here that with this problem, 3x squared plus 10x plus 8, the answer is 3x plus 4, x plus 2. 3x plus 4, x plus 2. Okay, cool. All right, now let's hurry and do another one. It's only been 3 minutes. Let's do this really fast. Okay, so the next problem is 9x squared minus 25. Okay, now remember, look at your problem and think, what can I do to make this simpler? Okay, I can see already, no, I can't actually. Yes, I can. There's something here. Does 3 go into that? No. Does 5 go into that? No. Is there a common denominator? No, but there's something else. I could square root this whole thing. Look at that. That's square rootable. That's square rootable. So let's just say 3x. I know that. Let's put our parentheses in here. And I know I have to have another 3x so that they'll equal 9x squared. And a 25, well, 5 times 5. Okay? And somehow I have to make it so that I only end up with 2 numbers here. So how do I do that? Well, let's multiply this times this. We have 9x squared. And then multiply this times this. And let's just put 15x, because 3x times 5 is 15x. Now do the bottom. That's also 15x. And then run this over here. And that is 25. Well, look, these babies if one of them were negative, then these would disappear and we just have 9x squared 25. So that simply means what? I don't know. I imagine 1 minus and 1 plus. So let's see what will happen really fast if we do that. Let me erase that really fast, like that. Okay, let me erase those lines, sorry. Like that, like that, like that. Okay, so let's distribute. We have 9x squared, and then let's go over here, plus 15x, and then minus 5 times 3 is negative 15x, and then minus 5 times 5 is negative 25, like that. Those two cancel. And that 9x squared minus 25 is that. So my answer is for sure 3x minus 5, 3x plus 5. That is the answer right there. 3x minus 5, 3x plus 5 is how you factor that. So let's make sure that that's right. 9x squared minus 25 is 3x minus 5, 3x plus 5. Okay. Okay, we did it. 2 out of 5. Okay, let's do another one really fast, just for your entertainment. Okay, let's do, this time let's do 4x squared minus 12x. Okay, 4x squared minus 12x. Okay, what do we have in common here? Now, this is a massive trick, but the 4 will go in there. The 4 will also go in there. But look, there's an extra x here, and there's an x there. I could pull out an entire 4x and then multiply it by x minus 12. And then it's 4x squared minus 48. That's not right. Okay, how do I do that? Okay, I'm messing up something here. But I know that I have a 4x squared, and I have something in common here. I have a 4x and I have an x, and I know that I can pull a 4 out because it'll go into there. I can pull an x out. So now I'm left with that 4x will give me 4x squared minus 3. Because now 4x squared minus 12x. 4x squared, see that? 4x squared minus 12x. So that matches that, which means that is the answer. 4x times x minus 3. That is the answer. 4x minus x minus 3. And let's go to number 4, 4x, x minus 3. Okay, we did it. Okay, and let's just do 2 more really fast. Okay, so let's do, okay, this one looks a little harder. Watch this. 3x squared minus 27x plus 60. Okay, the first thing you do is you look at this ugliness and you say, okay, how can I make this a little simpler? How can I reduce this? Well, you'll notice that 3 will go into that, and that. But I can't pull a whole x out. I can just pull a 3 out because he goes into everybody. So let's do that. Let's divide this by 3, and let's divide that by 3, and let's divide that by 3, okay? And now we know that this is our common denominator because this 3 will go into all of those. So let's just put common denominator 3. That's our special number, okay? Now these 3's cancel. So now you have x squared. 27 divided by 3 is what? 9. And then it's a negative x plus 60 divided by 3 is what? 20. Now look how much easier that is. Draw your parentheses like that. Okay. Put your x right there. And what numbers go into 20? 2 and 10 go into 20. 1 and 20. 4 and 5 go into 20. And I would say that 4 and 5 will probably work because 4 plus 5, see this number when multiplied, these two numbers, when you multiply them together, they have to somehow equal that number in the middle. So let's put 4 and 5 in there because 4 plus 5 is 9. Now, I would venture to guess that since this is negative, we have to have 2 negative numbers. This has to be negative and that has to be negative so that when they're added together, they equal a negative 9. So let's put a negative in there and a negative in there. And now let's distribute. That's x squared, okay? And now distribute over to here. That's minus 5x. And now do the bottom, negative 4 times x, right there, see that? Negative 4x. And now take negative 4 times negative 5. And remember, two negatives make a positive. So now you have 20. And you have x squared minus 9x. X, you see that? Let me draw a line right there. You have x squared minus 9x, right there, plus 20. X squared minus 9x plus 20 is that, x squared minus 9x plus 20. So now you know that those are the factors of that. Now, the thing you have to remember, though, is that you pulled out this guy. And you can't just pull him out and not return him. So now we're going to return him, and we're simply going to say, okay, common denominator, I'm bringing you back, and I'm putting you right there. 3 is the common denominator. So now the answer is, sorry, this is messy. That is the answer. 3, because you have to return him. 3x minus 4, x minus 5. Okay, let's see if that's right for this problem. And the problem was 3x squared minus 27x plus 60. And we have 3 times x minus 4 and x minus 5. 3 times x minus 4, x minus 5. Okay, good job. See, we're nailing this stuff. Okay, let's just do one more. And it's only been 11 minutes. Okay, let's do one more. And to be honest with you, this was my daughter's test. It had 5 questions on it. It has 5 questions on it. Last problem, x squared minus 5x minus 36. X squared minus 5x minus 36. Okay? Okay, this one actually looks pretty easy. This one looks easy. So just go like this, draw your parentheses, put your x and your x, because remember, x times x is x squared. Now remember, you have to have two numbers that you multiply together, and those same two numbers, you have to be able to add or subtract them so that they equal that number. So think of the numbers, so you have 3 times 12, might work. You have, what else? You have 2, what would it be? 2 times 18. That might work. 9 times, what else goes into that? Can anyone think? What else would go into those numbers right there? Let's see. I'm actually trying to think what would go into those numbers. What would go into those numbers? 9 times 6 would go into those, not 9 times 6. 9 times 3. No, 9 times 4. 9 times 4. Let's try 9 times 4. Because 9 times 4. 9 times 4 is 36, right? I think it is. 9 times 4 is 36. And 9 minus 4 would give you 5. So let's make the 9 negative, and let's make the 4 positive, and let's see if this works. X squared plus 4x minus 9x minus 36. X squared minus 5x minus 36. That is your answer right there. X minus 9, x plus 4. Okay? And so let's look at the answer. That is a 9. Doesn't look like it. Okay? X minus 9 and x plus 4. Okay? That's how you do that. I don't know if you made it all the way through that video, but that's how you factor, and that's how you do it pretty fast, and it's actually not too bad. Okay, see ya.